That was Act 4. The last couple bit of songs. We got 3 more to go. Don't worry, I'm gonna let y'all out of here. So, that part of the album is something that I try to be intentional about in my real life, where this really had nothing to do with me having the opportunity to witness, but I tried to turn it into a witnessing opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So right away they I'm trying to tell them like, yo, man, don't go do this stupid stuff, man. Just build, you know what I'm saying? And then as I'm trying to kick that to them, they like, man, get out. We know who you really are, bro. You was that dude. You was the first. You would slide with us before. What's up with you? And then you got the song Build, and it's like a 2-in-1. It's called My First Toke. So I'll talk about the first time I ever smoked. And then I let them know afterwards, like, yo, he like good times, bro. And I'm like, nah, that for me, that was the beginning of me walking down a path I shouldn't have been walking down. And then I get into Mess I Made, and I'm realize I talk about this really real situation. Like when I retrace, I call them God slaps. Like there was slaps that he would give me to get my attention. And there's one I didn't talk about here, but I talked about it on my old song, The Voice, where I was in the car with my friends. And matter of fact, one of them is here. And we're just driving on McCarter Highway. And I just remember clear as day, my mouth speaking for me. And I was just like, yo, God is calling me. And JR was in the car, my cousin, and he like, yo, God forbid, because he's thinking I'm like, he's calling me for death. Yeah, and I'm like, nah, and I make a big deal about it. I just like, nah, God is calling me. That was the first time. The second time, I went in and bought a gun I didn't need. It's actually pathetic. Like I thought my man had a pistol for sale, and I'm just like, you know what? When I rap about it, it'll be real. So I ain't need it. I ain't had no ops or nothing like that at the time. So I bought it. And I'm here with a blunt in my mouth, staring at this full body mirror I had in my room. And you could click I didn't have the clip in it, but you could just click off. So I'm just in the mirror, blunt in my mouth, and it ain't lit because my mother would have smelt it and killed me. But I got this blunt. I'm already high though, so the blunt's in my mouth, and I'm just in the mirror, and I'm just like, another smack from God. What are you doing? Like, who's this dude I'm looking at in the mirror? And I said, it looked like me, but I didn't know who was holding that gun pointing at me. So then I had this sobering moment. I'm so gone that I don't recognize myself. I looked up and then I cried for help. That was like God's second smack. Like, wake up, bro. And then I get into, they like, oh man, you like, don't blame us. You ain't mess up following us. You did your own thing, but you good. You went and got a record deal. Right. And I'm just like, I ain't getting no record deal because when I met with these labels, this happens. And then I incorporated real experiences that I had at meetings with labels. And that's the song Signed in Blood. And then I used that to kind of highlight to my friends, like, yo, I did all that stuff and nothing fulfilled. You want to know what did? And then you hear the song Antidote, where I talk about Jesus being the cure for it all. And that's where I found earlier. He said, man, you got everything you ever wanted. And I said earlier, yeah, you right. But that wasn't the way I got it. Right. And then that's how I got it. Through Jesus, grace, mercy, fulfillment, joy. That's why I found the fulfillment I was looking for. Then you go into the last song we played. It's called A Dead Man's Tale featuring Jen. And MC Jen, y'all know who Jen is. Jen killed it. And Eamon, if y'all don't remember, I can't, the song was so vulgar, I can't repeat the lyrics, but there was this song back in the day, it was a big hit, a R&B dude, and he was cussing like crazy, I don't want you back. I don't want you back. Yeah, so, yo, my man is a solid believer in the Lord. Though he doesn't make Christian music, he makes clean love music that I could recommend. Y'all can listen to it in front of your kids. It's good. So I got him on the hook. He's somebody, my brother, I always wanted to work with him. Yeah, and then we end there. Now is the last act. It's the last 3 songs. And I believe it's self-explanatory. I really don't need to do much explaining, and you'll hear how the album ends. All right?
Let's go. Let's roll.